The Jet JWBS-14DXPRO bandsaw comes out of the box the way most of us eventually have ours set up. Except that Jet built in the 6-inch riser kit that most of us bought later and installed ourselves. In addition to saving us the $100 that the riser kit cost, having this feature built in saves us around $50 in pain in the butt is what it took to install that riser kit. This machine comes with a 1¼ horsepower 115 or 220 volt motor. It comes from the factory wired for 115 volt operation. Because the motor is mounted on a lower saw housing, it's easy to access the hardware for setting the belt tension. That mounting location also makes it easy to change between the 3,000 and 1,500 feet per minute blade speeds. The blade runs on a pair of precision cast, machined, and balanced cast iron spoked wheels. And both wheels turn on large sealed ball bearings. The wheels are fitted with high-quality polyurethane tires that are colored yellow to make the blade easy to see. And that includes looking through the handy window in the upper door so you can set tracking with the doors closed. Blade tension is set with a familiar hand-operated knob that increases or decreases spring tension. This scale makes it easy to set the spring tension for the width blade being used. Blade tracking is set with this knob, a very common feature on modern bandsaws. Less common is this tension release handle. Push the handle up to release tension, and it releases it enough to change blades. When you're going to use the saw again, pull the handle down until it locks in place. When in this lock position, the full tension that you have adjusted is applied to the blade. This machine has a large 15 by 15 inch cast iron table. The table has a miter slot in it and a familiar slot for changing blades. This machine does not include a fence from the factory. The table tilts 45 degrees to the outside and 10 degrees back towards the frame. This machine uses high-quality roller bearing guides both below and above the table. Many of the bearing adjustments can be done without tools, using thumb screws and knobs on the rear of the bearings. The bearing sets to either side of the blade are mounted on eccentrics that makes dialing in the proper clearance very easy. The upper post is probably a little overbuilt, but that's to resist flexing for more accurate cuts. The post is moved up and down with an exceptionally smooth rack and pinion system. This drive just doesn't have any slop in it like most racks and pinions do. Turn the locking knob on the rear of the machine and the post stays put. The post has a height scale with both inch and metric markings. The blade guard automatically extends or retracts to make sure the blade is covered regardless of the post height. A 4-inch diameter dust port is integral to the cast iron lower case. Note that the port is located on the blade line right below the table where it can do the most good. Jet installs this brush at the factory that helps keep the dust in the lower cabinet where the dust port is. An industrial-style push-buttons on-off switch is located right where the operator can reach it easily. Because the motor is mounted up on the saw rather than in the lower cabinet, you get to use all of the available space. The physical size of the Jet JWBS-14DXPRO bandsaw and its cutting capacities in both flat and resaw modes make it a good fit for any size shop. It comes out of the box with plenty of power and all the features you want without having to take it apart to get them.